I am so glad that 2020 is almost done. Oh my gosh, it's been like forever and I'm sorry, but 2020 has definitely kicked me in the gut this year. I wanted to do way more for this channel than I got to do, and I'm actually really upset about it. You know what? I'm just ready for 2021. And speaking of 2021, I am going to do a challenge. So basically, this year, a lot of this year has basically been me hating music, which is really weird for a person that loves music to just go to hating music. But it wasn't I had to recognize why I was starting to hate music. And the reason I was hating music is because of the songs that have been coming out this year. I really feel that it's very poor quality music, and I just couldn't feel inspired by it at all, or to do a cover or attempt it. It just nothing felt right in my voice. Nothing felt right for the music style that was me, or it just was completely far away from my authentic self, and it just kind of depressed me in a way. So but then at the same time, I was well, what do you have to say about other people's songwriting styles when you haven't really done much either? Which ended up me going down a rabbit hole into finding the 365-day songwriting challenge. Now, I'm going to say that it's this, I am not the person to invent this or anything. There have been 3 other people that I found that actually did this. 2 of them only got to about one ended up at 106 songs. The other guy ended up at 185, and I only saw one person complete it, and he did 366 songs because that was a leap year. When I watched them, I feel they didn't challenge themselves the way that I would have challenged myself. So I'm definitely gonna take a different spin on what they did. They decided just to write a song every single day, 365 days. I kind of want to take that a little further and give myself rules for myself. So that way I can, at the end of 365 days, I have become a better writer because I challenged myself into new things. And that's more important to me than just writing a song every single day that might get me better at the end of the year, but I know this way is definitely gonna get me at my best self by the end of 2021. So, a little bit about myself, because I'm looking at this as a science experiment. So I am guinea pig, and let's talk about me, I guess, as a person. So my songwriting has been I have wrote a lot of songs. I'm going to say that. I write about 100 songs a year. I'm not really a person that has a lot of dry spells in writing blocks and anything like that. I just feel very inspired by things, so keep that in mind. But my problem has been that basically I can go a month without writing, and then all of a sudden I'll write 10 songs in a week, which is not a very good place to be. I want to get to a point where I can just write music every single day, and just kind of going when I feel inspired is not a good way to write music. I feel writing every day is better than just writing sporadically when you feel inspired. That's not very helpful. What if I need to write something and I just don't have any inspiration? Then that leaves me in a bad issue. So I definitely feel that that's an issue with me as far as being a songwriter. I feel as far as my music skill, I don't challenge myself enough to expand my chords when I play guitar and stuff. So I kind of stick within E, G, C, and D. Those seem to be my comfortable places that I like to be. And I feel I don't really try to expand myself too much. As far as making beats and things like that, I'm still fairly new. I'm getting better at it. So as far as my musical scale. Like, I know my music theory very well, so I'm gonna say that. So considering all those things, I feel like I fall somewhere between like a 5 and a 6, because I can play enough piano or enough guitar to get me through, and like my guitar playing isn't horrible, like I can finger pick and all that, and I can actually make music on the computer. So I'm gonna say like I'm about a 5, 6 as far as like my musical skill. Now, as far as my lyric writing and stuff, I feel like that's definitely stronger for me. I'm definitely more of a writer, structure for poems, and I'm definitely a good rhymer, so I feel like I definitely have some skills in that. So I would say that I'm gonna fall between like a 7 if I'm on a scale of 1 to 10. Take that into consideration when watching this challenge. Now, my hypothesis of what I think will happen. Now, I really think that at the beginning of the year is gonna be like my best, because I feel like that's gonna be like, oh my gosh, brand new challenge, brand new year, yada yada. And so I think that I'll probably like be doing really, really well in January, February, March. And then I think around like April, May is when it's gonna be like, why am I doing this? Like, I feel like at that point I'm gonna have to like decide to switch it up, switch up my ideas, switch up my styles and things like that. So I'm hoping by April, May, June, that kind of starts to happen, where I start to learn more and hopefully start to improve. And hopefully my good sweet spot will be like July, August, September is probably when it'll like hopefully those concepts, you'll probably see me training into those concepts, not like a complete master in those concepts yet, but that's kind of like, you know, the direction it'll go. And then hopefully by the end of the year, like I'll definitely be well versed, and if not like super well versed in places, I'll be like better than I was because I challenged myself. So that's kind of like how I feel like the year's gonna go as far as like this challenge goes. So I've definitely given myself like a rule book about how I want to go about this challenge that I feel like the other people didn't really do. As far as like watching their challenges and stuff, like they were good, but I feel like they didn't challenge themselves the way I want to challenge myself. Like they just decided, I'm gonna write a song every day for a whole year and call it good. And for me, it's like, yeah, I want to do that, but I want to like expand myself. And I know, I'm horrible. Like I just want to like make more work for myself. So here we go, into my rules. I had to write them down because otherwise I forget. And I want something to go back to, you know. Rule number 1 is obviously I'm gonna upload every day. And my song must be at least 2 minutes long. I think that's gonna be easy enough for me, because that would be like having a verse, a chorus, a bridge, and then another chorus at like the minimum, if I can't write a second chorus in. But usually I'm pretty good at writing. Okay, so my song must be completed, whether it is gonna be acoustic or like mixed. So basically with drums, bass, guitar, etc. But the song must be complete. It can't just be like a rough draft or something of me just like, well, this is kind of how it goes and la 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 la, something about flowers, like that's not, no, it's got to be a completed song. So there is no co-writing allowed. And I was like tossing this up because I was like, well, co-writing can make you a better person, yada yada. But I want this to be an individual challenge. I want people to be like, oh, she changed individually. Now I feel like co-writing can be okay on the side, but those are going to be extra songs. Those are not like part of this challenge. So co-writing is not allowed. And I just want to like grow myself. I want to be a good songwriter for me, that I can do everything. And I can't do that if I'm like relying on other people for help. So I'm hoping that's gonna help me out. So here's where it kind of gets a little nuts. I must do different genres. So that would include rap, hip hop, funk, country, folk, rock and roll, blues, electronic, etc. Now this is the part that I was thinking, this is where I'm gonna challenge myself, because I definitely like to stay in my folk singer-songwriter vibes, and this is gonna definitely change up my songwriting style. Like, I want to be a songwriter that can do any style, can do anything, and I can't do that if I just stay in like one genre. Like, what? I want to be able to mix it up. I want to be a person that's like, we need this song, we need a electronic song, and I can be like, okay, I got you. So this is like where I'm mixing it up, and I feel like this is the part that the other people didn't do. They just like did 180 something songs that were in the same style, same genre that they play in, and to me that's like ridiculous, because it's like you didn't grow as a person, and I want to grow as a person. So that's what I'm really hoping to do here by switching my styles. I don't expect to be a great rapper, but I want to just be able to be, hey, I wrote a rap song and it's not like half bad at all. So it's just like basically for my exercising. I don't feel like maybe, I'm hoping some of these are going to be hit songs, but you know, if it's not, then it's okay too. It's like me expanding my way of doing things, and that's going to be super helpful for me. And like I said again, this is treated as a resume. So basically I can be like, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. And so I kind of want it as such. I can use copyright free music to aid in sound. And I did give myself this because, you know, like this is for basically garage band beats and things like that, where I can use them and I can add them into my songs, because I feel like, you know, sometimes those things will like inspire you and then you can end up creating something. So as long as it's copyright free, I'm good. Songs can be a cappella or word-free music, but if it's word-free music, I must be playing that song. So basically, if it's a word-free music, I cannot add freaking garage beat and just call it, there's my song. I have to actually be able to play. So if it's like garage beat in the background, then I would be playing piano or guitar or something as my melody, as me being able to play it with the track, and not just like me. Basically, I'd make my own instrument the vocal, is what I'm saying. And obviously a cappella, because a cappella is awesome. I mean, I can do all kinds of things like harmonics and all kinds of, you know, fun. And then all my work must be original and my own work, basically all my own work. I did give myself the option to revise songs I have done or have made before, but I could only use parts of them. So only like a verse or a chorus. I can't use both. I can't just take songs I've already written and then just like throw them in. Like, there are songs that I have that I just have like half a paper and stuff, and it's like if I rewrite those, then that's cool, but I can't like take a whole song that I've written and just like do something with that, if you get what I'm saying. I only can use parts of it, I can't use a whole song. And yeah, those are the rules I have for myself. If you got any more rules I could add to myself, then please let me know in the comments, because, you know, January's creeping up on us and I'm like, okay, first day challenge, yada yada. And so if you have any other suggestions of what I should add to my rule book, then let me know. And as always, thank you for watching me, and I hope to see you guys soon.